In this lecture, let's see how to handle Android key events. Generally, when you are working with mobile app, you will interact with some hardware buttons and keys present on keypad, right? Rather than just interacting with UI elements inside the app, right? Basically, we tap on physical buttons like back, home, switch buttons, and also keys present on keypad, right? So let's see, these are the hardware keys present on device or emulator. So this is the back button, this is home button, this is a switch app button to switch between apps, right? So mainly every Android device have these three physical buttons. In real time, when you are working on Android mobile app automation, you definitely need to simulate these Android keys or key events in some test cases. Okay, but how can you handle those key events? For that, Appium provides us some special functions via Android key event library. Let's see how to handle those Android key events. Let's create new class. Key events test. Now copy the code until opening the application. Okay. Now let's see. Suppose if you want to click on back button. If you want to click on this back button, in older versions, Appium guys provided a few methods like send key event and press key code methods. So previously in older versions, driver.send key event, and we need to pass the key code. So Android key code dot back. So in older versions, we can simulate this back button using this send key event method. Okay. Similarly, later versions they have deprecated this version and then released press key code method. So press key code method. So in latest version 1.17.1, so they have deprecated these two versions. Okay, these two methods. Okay, so these two methods to handle key events were deprecated in latest version. So in latest version they have provided one more method in which we need to pass key event object having Android key code. Okay, so for that in latest version the key events which we perform out of app can be handled with the help of press key method. So in latest version they have provided press key method, press key, and here we need to pass the key event object. So key event is the class name, new key event, and then for this class new key event class we need to pass the key code argument. So Android key code as an argument. Okay, so for that, so Android key dot back. Okay, so just import this key event class from Appium. That's it. So in this latest version they have provided press key method to handle key events. Okay, so these two methods were deprecated in latest version. Send key event and press key code methods were deprecated in latest version. So these two approaches will not work going forward. So you can use this press key method to handle Android key events. Now to simulate other keys like home and switch. So the similarly we can handle multiple key events. Home, similarly app switch. Okay, so if you want to click on back button, you can use this key of new key event of Android key dot back. So if you want to click on home button, so you can use Android key dot home. If you want to switch between different apps, you can use Android key dot app switch. Now let's see one example to navigate back to the previous screen. For that, just click on app name. So this is the app screen, right? So after navigating this app screen, just simply click on back button to navigate back to the main screen. Okay, now let's see how to handle this back button. So for that, first we need to click on app name, right? So for that, copy the statement from previous lectures, app name, and then click on back button. So comment this one. Okay, now let's execute the script. So after clicking app name, and then it will perform click action on back button. Okay, so let's wait for 2 seconds between these two actions. Thread dot sleep, 2 seconds for add throws declaration. And then after navigating to the back page, previous page, so wait for 2 seconds. Now let's run the script. Now AppM server is started. Now run the key events test. Run as test-ng test. You can see the logs from command prompt. App is successfully opened. And click on app name, and then click on back button, navigated back to the main page, right? So in this way you can handle key events. There are many events which you can handle in your projects. So frequently used events are like enter. So you can click on enter key, and then if you want to enable caps lock button, you can use caps lock. And if you want to perform click action on down arrow, up arrow, left arrow, and right arrows, so you can simulate these keys using D-pad down, up, left, right. So D-pad up, so D-pad up. This can be used to simulate up arrow key. Similarly, D-pad down to simulate down arrow key. If you want to simulate left arrow, you can use D-pad left. So you can use D-pad right similarly to simulate right arrow. Similarly, if you want to simulate page up and page down keys, you can use page up. Also, you can use page down to simulate a page down key. So you can use space to simulate space bar. Okay, so if you want to simulate a tab key, you can use tab as well. Tab. And if you want to zoom in or zoom out on particular element, you can use key code zoom in. Key code zoom in. Similarly, you can use key code zoom out. Okay, you can use these different key events to handle based on your requirement in your project. Okay, this is how you can handle different Android key events using press key method. Okay, let's see a few examples in next lecture. Thank you.